And welcome into another edition of A Closer Look. I am your host, Dwayne Nelson, and with me today is Phil Boer, who is the Secretary Manager at the Appalachian Fair in Gray, Tennessee. Glad to have you.
Glad to be here.
Absolutely. We're talking about fair time, and it's going to be here before we know it.
Boy, I tell you what, it rolls around quick anymore. I'm
does.
thinking, where's the time gone?
Now, this is the 91st year for you all.
That is correct. You know, it's hard to believe that we've been around that long, but you know, we were set up to 1926 to get started, so that's where we're at.
How did the fair originate? Was it from a group of people, or how did that come about?
Basically, it started from just the local community who got together and wanted to show off all their cattle, their crops, everything, wanted to compete against each other. So that's basically how it got started. Just a group of guys just got together and said, okay, we're going to do this, and this is how we're going to do it. And
you've got a lot of competitive exhibits for youth, livestock, and farm and home, just about anything.
We sure do. You know, if you look at our 4-H or FFA or FCCLA, that is just a group of our kids here in this area who compete against each other. They bring all their art, their crops, their cattle, their sheep, just you name it, it'll be there in the 4-H and the FFA buildings, of course the FCCLA building. And that's just a big thing for all the youth here in this area. I think they all enjoy that.
And it seems that schools are still involved in those programs, aren't they?
Oh, definitely. You know, Boone, Crockett, I don't know if I can name them all or not at this time, but you know, Sullivan East, Sullivan Central, Science Hill, Volunteer, just all of our high schools in this local area are involved. And you know, if you come out to the VICA building, which is our building that is basically with all of our high school, how do I want to say this? You have your hairstyling, you have your automotive and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. That is a very unique building, and that all these schools compete against each other here in this area. And some of the things they invent is just pretty amazing. You know, you just come in and look at it. I mean, it is very amazing.
And you all are kicking things off on August the 21st. And not only is this a great time for kids to come and have fun and adults to come and have fun, but they can be educated as well.
Oh, definitely. You know, if you come into the fair, you know, like I say, we're set up to promote agriculture and to be an educational event. And, you know, come in and look at the cattle, look at the sheep, look at our dairy cattle, you know, come in and look at all of our exhibits that we have, all these kids have going on. Come into the main farm and home building. Now, that is just where the adults compete against everything. Just all kinds of different events going on in that building. So, you know, it is a great educational event.
Now, how many exhibits do you all typically have? In the hundreds, is it?
Oh, great, in the thousands. You look in the 4-H building, we'll have close to 3,000 to 4,000 exhibits just alone from our 4-Hers in this area. You know, we run about 300 or 400 head of cattle, of beef cattle, dairy cattle, probably 300 or 400, 600, 700 head of sheep. You go to FCCLA and the FFA, probably another 2,000 or 3,000 exhibits. Same with our farm and home building, probably a couple thousand, you know, with our art, with our cooking, our baking, you know, so a lot of different things going on.
So you have about a week of it.
We do have a week. We go from Monday the 21st through Saturday the 26th.
Right, and people are probably going to want to come more than one day because you're not going to be able to really get it all in.
That is exactly right. You can come and watch the concerts, or, you know, just to walk around and see everything probably take you a day. So, right. Yeah, you need to come more than one day. And, you know, we do have specials going on. You can buy a 3-day pass for $18, which saves you $6. So, you know, we do have different specials going on.
Now, what is the cost? You were talking about the
Sure.
cost there. What's the cost for a nightly visit to the fair?
Sure. Okay. If you're an adult, which is 12 and over, it's 12 and over is $8. From 5 to 12 is $3, and under 5 is free. So, you know, very, very reasonable priced. You can see all the show. You can see everything for that price right there. Now, you can get reserved tickets if you'd like for our concerts and things, but for everything else, you know, and of course the rides are different too, but right. Yes. And it's a $3 parking charge also. And
that's really, you're talking about all that you get to experience for $8.
Oh, it's a great value,
yeah.
You know, and you just need to come out and enjoy it. And, you know, you can see what all you will get for that.
Right. Talk about some of the entertainment that you've got coming up starting on Monday night.
Sure, we're well pleased with our entertainment lineup this year. On Monday night, we have two shows, Chris Lane and Eric Pasley. And then on Tuesday night, we have Brett Young, who's a new artist coming out, who's been in the top 5 with his songs and on the Billboard. Wednesday night is Clint Black. Now, everybody knows who Clint Black is.
Exactly.
And Clint's been around for a while, but does a great job. And then Chris Jansen's another new artist on Thursday night. Friday night is our contemporary Christian night, and that's the Dave Crowder Band. A lot of interest in the Dave Crowder Band this year. And then on Saturday night, we'll have High Valley, which is a group out of Canada and doing real well on.
Now, you're going to bring up, I guess, the James H. Drew exposition back.
James H. Drew has been with us for over 60 years now. Just do a great job. Very, very strong carnival, and have new rides going on, and just a lot of different things there for the family to do on the carnival.
And a lot of people need to know, because of the incident that happened over in Greene County, that these rides are inspected and have been up to par.
Probably, yes, sir. Most of these rides have probably been inspected 8 or 10 times already this year. And of course, we bring in an extra inspector just to make sure everybody understands, rides are safe and everything. We have a group out of North Carolina that comes in. Of course, Drew has 2 or 3 inspectors. So yes, they are very well inspected.
Let's talk about the automotive sports events in the Appalachian Arena. That's going to be going on.
Oh yes, and like I say, you can see all these events in the arena for just the $8 admission. We start off Monday and Tuesday with our monster trucks. Been a year or two since we've had them there, but I think everybody enjoys the monster trucks at the fair. And then on Wednesday, we're doing an outlaw diesel truck pull.
Awesome.
Thursday is just a local. In other words, if you want to bring your truck in and pull against my truck, then we can do it.
That may be pretty good.
And everybody enjoys that. And then, of course, Friday and Saturday nights, the most popular thing probably at one of the fairs is the demolition derby. And everybody likes to see cars, bang against each other and hit against each other. So it's everybody enjoys the demolition derby.
So that's a good night to show up as well.
It sure is, yes.
Barnyard Nursery, I think that's in the Tennessee Wildlife Building.
Well, no, it's beside the Tennessee Wildlife Building. The Barnyard Nursery is probably one of our most popular events, especially for young kids. Now, we have, of course, our ducks that slide down the slide, and everybody loves to watch the ducks slide, but we have also a lot of animals and different things in there that you can pet and look at and just see what they are. So it's very educational in the Barnyard Nursery. And like I say, our mascot is a duck, which was kind of Appy the duck, which is kind of come after the duck sliding down the ramp there in the Barnyard Nursery. But like I said, the wildlife thing beside of us, the Tennessee Wildlife thing is just a great exhibit. Everybody needs to go in and see that. They do a great job for us. A lot of different animals and fish in there. So you need to go in the livestock Tennessee Wildlife exhibit.
Yeah, because I'm sure there's things in there that folks can learn about this
definitely.
area and some of the.
And the guys do a great job in explaining everything to you in there. So yeah, you'd enjoy that.
And then you've got great food always. Fairs have always got great food.
Oh, yes. We have a lot of our local civic groups provide fare. And then, of course, the James H. Drew Carnival has food on their side. So, yes, there's a lot of different things to eat at the fair.
And now your concerts, you're talking about the staging area, and you say go ahead and reserve seats for that.
We do have reserved seats there. We have about 1,500 seats there in front of the stage that are reserved, but you can sit in our grandstands for the $8 admission and see the concert, and that's all it costs you.
Right. So what's the extra? Say
Okay.
someone wanted to reserve a seat.
Our reserved seating is $15, and tickets went on sale Saturday. Had a great opening day of ticket sales. Still have plenty of tickets available. So if anybody's interested and want to get their reserved seating, just call the fair office. It's at 477-1420, and you can get your reserved seating for these concerts.
And there's plenty of parking around, and you're saying $3, and that's an easy way to make sure that you've got a place to park.
Exactly. We have plenty of parking. We've probably got 5 or 6 different parking fields scattered all the way around the fairgrounds, plus a lot of the local neighbors there park cars in their yards, so there is plenty of parking at the fairgrounds, yes.
Now, we've been talking about the fair, but there's also, you have events that go on throughout the year at the fairgrounds.
We probably have 30, 35 different events through the weekend, through the year. Basically, we have our gun shows, we have a dog show, we have a, drawing a total blank now.
But there's just all kinds of...
Just different things, yes, go on. We have the, I'm drawing a total blank on what else we have.
That's all right.
But, just a lot of different things going on, yes.
Now, if somebody wanted to put on an exhibit there or whatever, do you allow someone to
We do.
contact you?
If you just contact me at the fair office, which is 477-3211. If we don't have something booked, we're glad to talk to you. We have 2 air-conditioned buildings plus all of our other buildings and outside grounds that you can use. So we do have a lot of events going on, yes.
So people need to start planning right now.
Oh, definitely.
For August 21st, when everything kicks off at the Appalachian Fair.
That is exactly right now. We can. We're getting ready. It's going to take us about a month to get ready, but we're going to be ready come August 21st for the people to come and enjoy the fair.
Absolutely. Well, if you're ready to have a good time and get some fair action in and plenty of concerts and lots of exhibits, and anything that you are looking for, you're going to find it at the Appalachian Fair this year. So make sure you make your plans right now to do so. Thank you again for being here with me, Mr. Phil Boer.
Thank you, Dwayne.